You are listening to the Affirm Your Greatness podcast. Check out the video description for more details.
Hey everyone, welcome to our deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at personalized affirmations, how to make them work for you. And we're using this awesome blog post as our guide today. It's called
I love this post.
Unlock Your Potential, Crafting Personalized Affirmations for Maximum Impact.
So good.
And it's by Dennis M. Mbogori, who is a personal development coach.
Yeah, he's great.
He's also got a book and a podcast on this topic, so he really knows his stuff.
He really does.
So we've all heard of affirmations, right?
Right.
But are we using them in a way that actually makes a difference? That's what we want to get into.
Absolutely. And what I find really interesting about this whole topic is that affirmations, they're not just some trendy self-help thing. They actually have roots in some really deep psychological principles.
Oh, interesting.
Like cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay, CBT?
Yeah, CBT, exactly.
I think a lot of people have heard of that, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
The idea that our thoughts influence our feelings, which then impacts our behavior. And affirmations kind of fit right into that.
Okay, how so?
Well, think about it. Affirmations are basically a way to consciously choose the thoughts we want to be having. So instead of just letting that inner critic run wild with all that negative self-talk.
Right.
We're actively feeding our minds these positive messages, these positive statements about ourselves, our abilities. And the research is showing that when you do this consistently, it actually can kind of rewire your brain, for the better.
Oh, wow. So instead of saying, ugh, I'm terrible at public speaking, I could say, I am confident and engaging when I present.
Exactly. You got it. And Mbogori, he emphasizes that personalizing these affirmations is key.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. You could just say, I am successful, but it doesn't really have the same emotional impact as something that's specifically tailored to your goals and what you value.
Right, right. Like if somebody gives you a generic compliment, it's fine. But if they really nail something very specific to you, it's way more impactful. Exactly. And that's where the real magic starts to happen, right? Because personalized affirmations, they tap into a deeper level of motivation. So they're much more effective at actually driving change.
I like it. So how do we actually make these personalized affirmations? Where do we even begin?
Well, Mbogori talks about starting with identifying your goals and aspirations.
Okay.
What do you want to achieve? Really think about it. And it doesn't even have to be these big, lofty goals. It could be improving your relationships, taking up a new hobby, anything, whatever's important to you.
So you're saying it's about figuring out what matters to you and then creating affirmations that support those aspirations.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we get in touch with those desires? What does Mbogori suggest?
He's a big fan of journaling and visualization. He talks about really taking the time to, imagine yourself living your ideal life. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Really get into those emotions.
I love that. Okay, so let's say I've done my journaling, I've done my visualization, and I have a better idea of what I want. Now, how do I actually turn that into an affirmation, a powerful, personalized one?
Okay, well, he gives this great formula. It's actually really simple but effective.
Okay.
3 key elements. A positive statement, the present tense, and then a personal touch.
Okay, let me try. I'm working on being more confident in social situations. So if I use that formula, maybe I'd say, I am confident and engaging in social settings.
That's a great start.
Yeah.
You got the positive statement, you're in the present tense.
Okay.
Now think about, what makes you feel confident and engaging?
Yeah.
Add that personal touch.
Okay, good point. So maybe I could say something like, I am confident and engaging in social settings, sharing my unique perspective, and connecting with others authentically.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay, so we've identified goals, we crafted our affirmations. Now, how do we make this a daily thing? How do we make it a habit?
He suggests starting small. Choose a few affirmations that really resonate with you and focus on those.
Okay.
You don't have to change everything at once.
Yeah, I could see that would be very overwhelming.
Definitely.
What other tips does he have?
He talks about incorporating your affirmations into your existing routine.
Okay.
Maybe you say them while you're getting ready in the morning or walking the dog, link them to habits you already have.
Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Exactly. He also talks about using visualization.
Okay.
So don't just say the words, but see yourself living them. Really imagine experiencing that success and feeling the emotions associated with your goals.
So we've talked about how to make the affirmations, how to make it a habit. But what about those times when those negative thoughts just creep in? What about skepticism and self-doubt? How do we deal with that?
Well, he suggests starting with affirmations that feel believable to you.
Like, even if they're small. For example, instead of saying, I am a millionaire, you might start with, I am capable of managing my finances effectively.
Okay.
It's about building that foundation, of self-belief.
Okay. What about when you actually catch yourself spiraling into that negative self-talk? Like, what do you do in that moment?
Reframe it.
Okay.
So instead of saying, like, I'm so awkward in social situations, maybe try, I'm getting more and more comfortable connecting with people. It's a subtle shift, but it can make a world of difference.
So you're not denying that you're feeling awkward. You're just choosing to focus on the positive.
Exactly. You're
Oh.
choosing the thoughts that serve you rather than letting that inner critic run the show.
I love it. This is all great, but let's be real. Life gets busy, and sometimes we just forget to do our affirmations. What can we do to stay consistent?
Well, good news. Mbogori is all about making this sustainable.
Okay.
So he suggests things like setting reminders on your phone or using sticky notes as visual cues. There are even apps specifically for affirmations.
Oh, wow, that's handy.
Okay, so we've covered creating personalized affirmations, making them a habit, overcoming those hurdles. Now, how do we know if this stuff is actually working? How do we measure our progress?
He recommends using a journal to keep track of the changes you're experiencing,
Okay.
both the qualitative and the quantitative changes.
Qualitative and quantitative, what's the difference?
Yeah, so qualitative is about noticing those shifts in your mindset and your self-talk. Like maybe you're feeling more optimistic or you're noticing that that inner critic is a little quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And then quantitative is about measuring actual outcomes.
Oh, okay.
Like, are you taking more risks? Are you hitting those goals you set for yourself?
Oh, I like it. That's really cool. It's like a really holistic approach.
Yeah.
So it's not just, am I feeling better, but is my life actually changing?
Exactly.
This has been such a great start to our deep dive. I'm already feeling pumped to start using personalized affirmations in my own life.
Me too.
What else can we look forward to in the next part of our deep dive?
We're going to explore some even more nuanced stuff about using affirmations effectively. We'll talk about aligning them with your core values and dive deeper into the power of repetition and visualization.
Oh, sounds good. Can't wait to unpack all that with you. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into personalized affirmations.
See you there. Welcome back to our deep dive on personalized affirmations.
I'm ready for more.
Yeah, so we've laid some good groundwork,
Mm-hmm.
but there's always more to learn about making these things really work for us.
Right, exactly.
So one thing that Mbogori talks about, and I think it's really important, is aligning your affirmations with your core values.
Okay.
It's not just about repeating any positive statement. It's about choosing affirmations that, really resonate with who you are at your core.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, if you're affirming something that goes against your values, it's probably not going to feel very genuine.
Exactly. Like, let's say one of your core values is honesty,
Okay.
and you're constantly saying to yourself, I close every deal. But deep down, you really prioritize ethical business practices.
Right.
There's going to be this conflict there.
Yeah, totally.
Your affirmations should feel true to you.
Okay, so how do I know if my affirmations are actually aligned with my values?
Good question. It takes a bit of introspection, Ask yourself, what are the principles that guide my decisions? Like, what's truly important to me in life?
Right.
And once you have that understanding, you can start crafting affirmations that really support those values.
Okay, that makes sense. So, like, if kindness is really important to me, maybe I could say, I am compassionate and understanding in all of my interactions.
Perfect. That's so much more authentic than just saying something generic like, I am successful.
Right. Yeah.
It's about finding that sweet spot where your affirmations are both positive and aligned
Right.
with your true self.
Okay, I like it. Now, Mbogori also talks a lot about the power of repetition.
Yeah.
Why is that so important when we're talking about affirmations?
Well, think of it like creating a path in the forest.
Okay.
The more you walk that path, the clearer it becomes.
Right.
It's the same with affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
Repetition is key to embedding these positive statements into your subconscious.
Okay.
It's like creating a new neural pathway.
Gotcha. So it's not about just saying it once and then expecting my whole life to change.
Oh, I wish.
Right.
Right. But no, consistency is key.
Okay.
The more you repeat your affirmations, the more likely they are to take root and influence your thoughts and your feelings and your behaviors.
So it's about making those positive messages like a regular part of your life.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm committed to making this a daily thing,
Mm-hmm.
but is there like a certain time of day that's more effective for doing affirmations?
A lot of people find that incorporating them into their morning routine can be really powerful
Okay.
because it sets a positive tone for the day.
Yeah, I can see that.
Instead of hitting the snooze button and dreading the day, you start with empowering affirmations
Yeah.
that get you excited.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
What about other times, though? Can you use affirmations throughout the day?
absolutely.
Okay.
Anytime you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed or you notice those negative thoughts coming up,
Mm-hmm.
affirmations can be like a mental reset button.
Yeah.
They help you shift your perspective.
So, like, if I'm feeling anxious before a big presentation,
Yeah,
I could use my affirmations to kind of boost my confidence and stay calm.
exactly. Think of them like a shield against negativity.
Okay.
And the more you practice this,
Mm.
the easier it becomes to access those positive affirmations whenever you need them.
I love that. Okay, so this is all making a lot of sense to me,
Good.
but I gotta be honest. Sometimes it feels kind of silly to say these affirmations out loud.
Oh, I get it.
Is there a way around that?
Yeah, for sure. You don't have to say them out loud
Oh,
if that feels uncomfortable. You can repeat them silently in your mind
Mm.
or even write them down in a journal.
okay.
What matters is that you're engaging with them fully, letting the words sink in.
Okay, so it's about finding what feels good for you, what feels authentic.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about aligning affirmations with our values, the power of repetition, finding a method that works. Any other, like, advanced tips or tricks?
Yeah, one technique that I really like is combining affirmations with visualization.
Okay.
So as you're repeating your affirmations, close your eyes and create a vivid picture of yourself living those affirmations.
Okay.
Really engage your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel?
So if my affirmation is, I am confident and successful in my career,
Mm-hmm.
I could picture myself like nailing a big presentation, feeling the excitement of achieving a goal, maybe even hearing people congratulate me.
Exactly. And the more real you make that visualization, the more powerful it becomes.
Oh, wow. Almost like creating a movie in your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're giving your subconscious a blueprint for success.
Oh, I love that. It's about going beyond the words and really feeling it.
Mm.
Anything else?
Mbogori also mentions incorporating affirmations into your creative practice.
Oh, interesting.
So think about ways to weave your affirmations into activities you already enjoy. Whether it's painting, writing, playing music, anything that sparks your creativity.
So, like, if I'm a musician, I could write a song about my affirmations.
Exactly.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's about making your affirmation practice a reflection of you.
Yeah. Okay, this has been so insightful.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm feeling very inspired to take my affirmation practice to the next level.
Awesome.
But before we move on, I wanted to share something that's been really helpful for me personally.
Yeah.
I struggled with imposter syndrome for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
It was really holding me back. Like, I would constantly doubt my abilities, even when I was achieving great things.
Yeah, imposter syndrome can be so debilitating.
It really was. It was really rough. But I started using affirmations to counter those negative thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, every day I would repeat to myself, I am capable and deserving of success.
Mm-hmm.
And I would visualize myself, like, confidently tackling challenges and celebrating those wins.
I love that.
And, it's amazing how, over time, I actually started to believe it.
That's the power of affirmation.
It's incredible. I still have those moments of doubt, but now I have the tools to deal with them.
Yeah. You have a new perspective.
Exactly.
And that's what's so great about personalized affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
They can help people overcome real challenges.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not just about, feeling good.
Yeah.
It's about empowering yourself.
Right. And that's what we're all about here, giving our listeners the tools they need to unlock their potential.
Absolutely.
So as we're wrapping up this part of our conversation,
Mm-hmm.
what are the key takeaways we want our listeners to remember?
First and foremost, personalize your affirmations.
Yeah.
Make them specific to you. Generic affirmations, they're fine.
They're a good starting point.
Yeah, they're okay. But personalized affirmations are way more powerful.
Yes, agreed.
And then secondly, repetition is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you say them out loud or you write them down or you work them into your creative practice, make it a daily habit.
Consistency is key.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then lastly, don't be afraid to experiment.
right.
Find what works best for you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just have fun with it. Get creative and see what resonates.
This has been so eye-opening. I'm feeling very inspired.
I'm glad to hear that.
But before we wrap up, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
If you could give our listeners one piece of advice to kind of help them on this journey,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be?
Embrace the power of your words.
Okay.
Your thoughts create your reality, so choose them wisely.
That's great advice. Believe in the power of your words. And listeners, remember, we're here to support you every step of the way. Now, get ready for part 3.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to dive into the fascinating world of using affirmations for manifestation.
I can't wait.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So we've talked about creating those awesome personalized affirmations, making them a habit, all that good stuff.
Yep.
But now, get ready, because we're going to a whole other level.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to dive into using affirmations for manifestation.
This is where it gets really exciting.
I know, right?
A lot of people are curious about manifestation, but it can seem a little, a little out there. Like, is it really that simple?
Right. Like, if I just keep saying good things, will they magically appear?
Well, not magic exactly, but it does tap into some powerful principles.
Okay.
Remember we talked about how our thoughts influence our feelings?
Yeah.
And then that drives our actions and ultimately shapes our reality.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot.
So affirmations can help us align all of that, our thoughts, feelings, and actions.
With our desires.
Exactly, making us more likely to actually manifest those things.
Okay, so it's like setting an intention, right?
Yeah, both internally and externally.
So when we're constantly affirming what we want, we're kind of programming our minds to focus on that outcome.
Exactly, and that focus can then influence, our decisions, our behavior.
Okay, so it's not about just sitting back and wishing for things to happen.
Right.
It's about actively, taking steps towards our goals.
Mbogori uses this great analogy in his blog post. He compares affirmations to planting seeds.
Okay.
So the affirmations are the seeds, and then our consistent repetition and belief.
That's like the water and sunlight?
Exactly. That helps those seeds grow.
Oh, I like that a lot.
So we can't just plant the seeds and forget about them.
Right, we got to nurture them.
We have to tend to them and trust that they'll blossom.
Exactly. But manifestation, it's not always instant, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a process that unfolds over time.
Sometimes the results might look a little different than we expect too.
Yeah, sometimes.
So it's about trusting the journey, believing that things are working out, even if we can't see the results right away.
Exactly. Surrendering to the process, having faith that everything is as it should be.
Okay, I'm with you. But what about when things don't go our way? Like, what about setbacks? Does that mean our affirmations are failing?
Setbacks are normal. They're a part of life. It doesn't mean your affirmations aren't working.
Okay.
They can actually be opportunities to learn and grow.
So it's not about pretending everything's perfect.
Right.
It's about acknowledging the challenges and still believing we can overcome them.
Exactly. It's about resilience. When you hit a setback, you can use your affirmations to remind yourself of your strength, your ability to bounce back.
So those affirmations, they become even more important when things are tough.
Yeah, for sure. They can help you shift your perspective, see those setbacks as opportunities rather than failures.
This has been so fascinating. I'm really feeling inspired to try this out in my own life.
That's great. Remember, you have the power within you to create the life you desire. And your words, your thoughts, those are powerful tools.
So powerful. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah.
And I think our listeners are well on their way to crafting affirmations that truly work for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Personalized, powerful, and ready to help them achieve their goals.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So to wrap things up, I want to leave everyone with this thought. Affirmations, when combined with action and belief, can be incredible catalysts for positive change.
Couldn't agree more.
So choose those affirmations wisely, embrace the journey, and trust in the amazing power of your own potential.
Yes.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And remember, you've got this.
Unlock the power, affirm your way. With Dennis Motivates, start your day. Discover the science, craft your own affirmations that make you feel at home. Hey, affirm your greatness every single day. Positive vibes in every way. Health, wealth, and love all around. With Dennis Motivates, your greatness is found. Start your journey, your greatness is here. Dennis motivates, guiding your way. Affirm your greatness, today's the day. Affirm your greatness every single day. Positive vibes in every way. Health, wealth, and love all around. Within us motivates, your greatness is found. Greatness is found. How will your life live with purpose and cheer? Start your journey, your greatness is here. This motivates, guiding your way. Affirm your greatness, today's the day.
You have just listened to the Affirm Your Greatness podcast. Check out the video description for more details and stay tuned for more episodes. Thanks.